The vibrant chaos of a child's birthday party fills Chuck E. Cheese, a symphony of joy and laughter. 7-year-old Ethan beams, his cheeks smeared with chocolate frosting, bouncing with unrestrained delight. Sarah, with her blonde hair in a messy bun, gracefully cuts the cake, a picture of maternal warmth. Michael watches, a contented smile on his face, holding Ethan's new Transformer toy, capturing a moment of pure bliss. The Chuck E. Cheese buzzes with a chaotic symphony of arcade games, beeps, and flashing lights under a comforting pizza aroma. Patricia, her face etched with concern, gently pulls Michael aside from the cacophony. Her hands tremble almost imperceptibly, betraying a hidden anxiety. Her gaze flits nervously towards Sarah, who is engrossed in the vibrant arcade games, oblivious to the tension. Patricia's voice is hushed, a stark contrast to the surrounding noise, as she asks, "Michael, honey, can we talk?" The weight of her unspoken words hangs heavy in the air, a shadow amidst the bright, playful chaos. The cacophony of Chuck E. Cheese, filled with children's laughter and arcade beeps, suddenly dampens for Michael. He stands at the prize counter, a Transformer action figure clutched in his hand, his eyes wide with disbelief. Patricia's words deliver a crushing blow, silencing the vibrant chaos around Michael. The background noise, once a lively tapestry, recedes into an unbearable, dull hum in his ears. Patricia's voice cuts through the sudden, painful silence. "I don't think Ethan is yours." Michael's world crumbles, the toy in his hand a stark contrast to the shattered reality. At the Chuck E. Cheese prize counter, Patricia's voice is a raw whisper, revealing Sarah's infidelity. Tears stream down Patricia's face as she confesses, trying to warn him, but Sarah silenced her. Michael's chest tightens with a sudden, crushing weight. His world tilting, he struggles to recall Ethan's features, desperately searching for any resemblance in his racing mind. The cheerful chaos of the arcade fades, replaced by a deafening silence in Michael's mind. Amidst the cacophony of Chuck E. Cheese, Michael navigates the party on autopilot, a forced smile plastered across his face. His claps are a beat too late, his movements disjointed and devoid of genuine enthusiasm, a hollow echo of celebration. Each joyful shout of "Daddy" from Ethan pierces Michael, twisting deeper into his gut like a physical blow. The once vibrant joy of the party now hangs heavy, a bitter irony that suffocates Michael's spirit. His eyes, though fixed on the festivities, betray a profound weariness lost in a sea of forced happiness. A soft nightlight bathes Ethan's sleeping face in a gentle glow, his new toys clutched tightly in innocent slumber. Michael enters the bedroom, the crushing weight of the day etched deep into his weary shoulders. His gaze falls upon Sarah, her back to him, a silent, unmoving sentinel in the dim room. The air crackles with an unspoken tension, a palpable silence hanging heavy between them. Michael takes a deep, fortifying breath, steeling himself for the inevitable, looming confrontation. He braces for the storm, the quiet room charged with the promise of emotional turmoil. The bedside lamp casts long, dancing shadows, highlighting Michael's tense silhouette as he stands rigid in the dim room. Sarah sits on the edge of the bed, her face a mask of sudden, stark pallor, all color draining away. Her eyes widen, a sudden flicker of fear and recognition engulfing her features. Michael's voice cuts through the silence. "Patricia told me something today about Ethan." Sarah remains frozen, her stillness a powerful, undeniable admission of a hidden truth. In the soft glow of a bedside lamp, Michael's face is a mask of desperate pleading, casting long, unsettling shadows. Sarah, pale and trembling, meets his gaze, her eyes brimming with a silent storm of unshed tears. The air crackles with unspoken truths, a chasm of doubt opening between them, palpable and suffocating. His voice, thick with raw anguish, pierces the silence. "Is he mine, Sarah? Is Ethan actually my son?" In the soft glow of a bedside lamp, Sarah collapses onto the bed, her body racked with deep, heart-wrenching sobs. Mascara streaks down Sarah's cheeks, leaving dark trails that mirror the raw pain etched on her face. She reaches desperately for Michael, who recoils, his face contorted with a mixture of anger and profound hurt. Michael's voice cuts through the silence, sharp with betrayal. "How long were you going to hide the truth from me?" Sarah's confession hangs heavy in the air, a devastating blow. "I slept with Derek Martinez from my office." Michael sits on the bed, his mind a tempest, haunted by fragments of betrayal. Derek's casual handshake at the company barbecue, a glint in his eye, replays in Michael's mind. Sarah's dismissive words, "We're just co-workers," echo, hollow and piercing. His entire reality shatters, the pieces falling like broken glass onto the pristine carpet. The pristine carpet now reflects a fractured world, mirroring Michael's shattered soul. In the soft glow of a desk lamp, Michael's face is etched with tension as he clicks order for a DNA test. Sarah stands beside him, her brow furrowed with concern, reaching out as if to stop his desperate act. Michael pulls away, his gaze fixed on the screen as Sarah pleads, "Michael, please don't. Biology shouldn't matter." His voice firm, Michael declares, "I need to know the truth, Sarah. I have to," his eyes burning with resolve. 2 days later, a small, unassuming DNA test kit sits on the kitchen counter, a silent harbinger of unspoken truths. Michael approaches Ethan, his face etched with profound guilt as his son is deeply engrossed in a game of Minecraft on his tablet. Michael carefully swabs Ethan's cheek, the cotton-tipped stick, a stark contrast to the casualness of the moment. He offers a strained smile, the lie of a science project tasting bitter in his mouth. He watches his son's innocent concentration, a heavy heart concealed beneath a forced grin. The unspoken weight of his actions hangs in the air, a shadow over the bright kitchen. Days crawl by, each one heavier than the last, trapping Michael in a silent, suffocating grief. Michael's gaze lingers on Ethan, searching desperately for a lost piece of himself in his son's innocent face. Sarah retreats to the guest room, a silent acknowledgement of the chasm growing between them. Their home, once vibrant, becomes a hollow museum, echoing with the ghosts of a life now shattered. In the oppressive darkness of the living room, faint streetlights pierce through the blinds, casting long, eerie shadows. Michael lies rigid in bed, his eyes wide open, fixed on the ceiling, a silent scream trapped within. The night's heavy silence is a stark contrast to the maelstrom of fear and self-doubt raging within his mind. The suffocating weight of uncertainty presses down as he whispers, "What if the truth changes who I'm allowed to be?" Sunlight streams through the windshield of Michael's car, momentarily blinding him. His phone rings, a jarring sound in the quiet car, and he answers it with a sigh. Jennifer's voice, formal and serious, cuts through the speaker, a harbinger of ill tidings. "Mr. Michael, this is Jennifer from Gene Lab DNA. We require your presence at our Houston office." A fresh wave of dread washes over Michael, a chilling premonition of what's to come. The sun glints harshly off the Gene Lab DNA building, a beacon of glass and steel in the bustling Houston downtown. Michael navigates the city streets, his face etched with the weariness of 3 hours on the road. A palpable knot of dread twists in his stomach, a silent battle against a desperate hope for clarity. Each turn of the wheel brings him closer to an unknown fate, his resolve flickering between fear and determination. In the sterile conference room, Jennifer slides a manila folder across the polished table, her eyes filled with sympathetic concern. Michael stares at the folder, a cold dread twisting in his gut as he slowly reaches for it. He opens the folder, his eyes scanning the document, words blurring, then sharpening into agonizing clarity. His heart plummets, a heavy weight in his chest, as Jennifer's voice pierces the silence. "You are not Ethan's biological father." The devastating truth hangs in the air, shattering Michael's world into a million pieces. In the sterile conference room, Jennifer, poised and focused, gestures towards a prominent screen, her words hanging heavy in the air. Michael leans forward, his expression a complex mix of intense curiosity and growing unease. Jennifer's voice cuts through the tension, revealing a shocking twist. "But that's not all." Her eyes fix on Michael. a bombshell question dropping. "We found a genetic marker match. Do you have a twin brother, Michael?" Michael's face contorts in disbelief, the unexpected revelation shaking his composure. His voice, strained with confusion, echoes the profound shock. "No, I'm an only child." Jennifer, a sharp geneticist, slides a document across the polished conference table, her gaze unwavering. Michael's face pales, his eyes fixed on the startling words. 99.9% genetic match. The name Marcus Bennett, Austin, leaps from the page, his world tilting precariously. His voice is a mere whisper as he confirms his adoption at 3 days old. A profound shock washes over him, the revelation of a twin never before spoken. Michael stumbles from the Genelab office, his eyes wide and vacant, as if lost in a daze. The vibrant city around him dissolves into a blur of color and motion, a chaotic symphony of indifference. He clutches his head, a silent scream of disbelief echoing in his mind as the world spins around him. The ground beneath him seems to vanish, leaving him adrift in a churning sea of overwhelming revelations. His face is a mask of utter disorientation, his senses overwhelmed by the shocking truth he's just received. He staggers forward, a lone figure swallowed by the indifferent rush of the city, utterly lost in his own turmoil. Michael's car hums softly as he pulls into the driveway, a sense of foreboding settling in the air. He sees Sarah, hunched and shaking with silent sobs, her shoulders trembling with an unseen burden. Her red, swollen eyes meet his, a shared dread flickering between them, confirming her unspoken knowledge. Sarah's voice is a raw whisper cutting through the silence. "The results came, didn't they?" The driveway is thick with tension as Michael's face, etched with cold certainty, delivers a devastating blow. Sarah's composure shatters, her body racked with raw sobs as she clutches at Michael, his voice flat. Michael drops a bombshell. "Ethan isn't mine." "Please, Michael, don't leave. You're still Ethan's father, no matter what," Sarah pleads desperately. Michael's eyes are glazed over, his gaze distant as he prepares to reveal another shocking truth. His voice devoid of emotion, Michael's words hang in the air. "I have a twin brother." Sarah's sobs abruptly cease, her tear-filled eyes wide with utter bewilderment as they fix on Michael. Michael, his face a mask of shock and disbelief, struggles to articulate an unbelievable truth. He reveals the DNA test results, a startling match to Marcus Bennett, an identical twin, a twin his adoptive parents had inexplicably kept hidden, a secret now violently unearthed. In his apartment, Michael's face is bathed in the soft, ethereal glow of his laptop screen, his fingers poised over the keyboard. He types a message, a tentative bridge across the vast unknown, and sends it into the digital ether. The silence of the apartment stretches, amplifying the tumultuous war within him. Hope battling trepidation. His message hangs in the air, a whisper of a possibility. "Hi, I think we might be brothers. Can we talk?" He waits, suspended in a moment of profound uncertainty, for a response that could change everything. The piercing ring of a telephone shatters the profound silence of Michael's apartment, echoing in the still night. Michael, startled, reaches for the receiver, his hand trembling slightly as he answers the unexpected call. From the other end, Marcus's voice, unsettlingly familiar, emerges, laced with a tremor of raw emotion. The words hang heavy in the air. "Michael, oh my God, I've been searching for you for 2 years." A shock wave of recognition and disbelief washes over Michael's face as the voice from his past re-enters his life. Under the warm Austin sun, Michael steps into a bustling coffee shop, his eyes sweeping the lively room. His gaze locks onto Marcus, a man mirroring his own height and build, an uncanny resemblance hanging in the air. They both approach the counter, ordering the exact same drink in unsettling unison, a strange synchronicity unfolding. Marcus casually scratches his eyebrow, a familiar gesture that sends a shiver of recognition through Michael. In a bustling Austin coffee shop, Marcus leans forward, his expression earnest amidst the clinking cups and low chatter. His voice drops, revealing a painful truth. "We were adopted by different families. Our birth mother, she was only 16. He continues, his gaze intense. Couldn't keep both of us. A profound realization dawns as he concludes. We experience the same abandonment, just in different houses. 2 weeks later, the air in the bedroom hangs heavy with unspoken words, a palpable weight of impending departure. Michael meticulously packs a small bag, his movements precise, almost mechanical, a stark reflection of his inner turmoil. His phone buzzes, a constant, desperate rhythm vibrating against the silence, a call he cannot ignore. It's Sarah, her voice a ghost in the room. Ethan keeps asking where you are. He misses his daddy. The words hang in the air, a piercing echo of what he's leaving behind, a silent plea from his son. Michael sits alone in his new Fort Worth apartment, the sparse furnishings echoing his recent upheaval. The room is quiet, a stark canvas of solitude reflecting the raw newness of his life. His phone rings, a jarring intrusion into the silence, its light a beacon of the outside world. He answers, his face a mask of inscrutable calm, revealing nothing of the turmoil within. His voice, low and firm, cuts through the quiet. I'm not his daddy, Sarah. Michael steps into his familiar home, his duffel bag a heavy weight on his shoulder, his eyes scanning the quiet space. Suddenly, a small figure darts from around the corner, a flash of pure joy and boundless energy. It's Ethan, his face alight with unbridled happiness, a beacon in the familiar setting. Ethan throws his arms around Michael's legs, hugging tightly, a powerful embrace that anchors Michael to the moment. Michael's breath catches in his throat, a sudden, overwhelming wave of emotion making words impossible. Ethan looks up, his small voice echoing with hope. Daddy, are you coming home now? In the quiet of Michael and Sarah's home, young Ethan gazes up at Michael, his face a canvas of confusion and hurt. Michael's arms tighten around Ethan, a silent, desperate embrace against the complexities tearing their family apart. Ethan's innocent voice, laced with raw pain, pierces the stillness. But why? Did I do something wrong? Michael struggles, searching for words to bridge the chasm of adult sorrows that he cannot explain to his child. The unspoken anguish hangs heavy in the air, a silent testament to a world too complex for Ethan's young heart. Michael and Marcus, their bond deepening, share quiet dinners, their conversations flowing easily. They walk, their steps in sync, a silent understanding passing between them. Late-night talks stretch into the early hours as they build the brotherhood they were robbed of. They find solace and understanding in each other's presence, finally reunited. Two halves of a whole, finally reunited, their connection undeniable. Inside Marcus's car, parked outside Michael's apartment, streetlights cast long, distorted shadows through the windows, creating an eerie atmosphere. Marcus sits, his gaze distant, lost in a profound thought that seems to weigh heavily on his mind. Michael, beside him, nods slowly, his eyes reflecting a somber understanding of the moment. Marcus breaks the silence, his voice tinged with wonder. You know what's crazy? He continues, the weight of his words hanging in the air. If you'd never taken that DNA test, we never would have found each other. A shared silence settles between them, thick with unspoken emotions and the profound implications of their unexpected connection. The sterile courtroom hums with an oppressive tension, every breath held in anticipation. Sarah's lawyer, a formidable woman in a sharp suit, gestures emphatically, her voice cutting through the silence. Michael sits at the defense table, his jaw clenched, his eyes fixed on the lawyer, a storm brewing within him. Mr. Torres has no biological claim, Sarah's lawyer declares, her words a sharp blow. He has no legal right to custody, she continues, her voice unwavering, as Michael's identity as a father is challenged. Michael's gaze remains locked, a silent battle raging in his eyes as he endures the verbal assault. In the hushed courtroom, Michael's lawyer, a fierce woman in a sharp suit, stands poised before the judge. She gestures to an overflowing cart beside her, laden with binders and boxes, a testament to her meticulous preparation. With conviction, she pulls out stacks of school forms, medical records, worn photographs, and official witness statements. Her voice echoes slightly, resonating with a powerful plea. Mr. Torres raised this child from birth. 7 years of love and sacrifice count. In the stark courtroom, the judge's piercing gaze fixes on Michael, awaiting his answer. Michael's eyes dart to Sarah, a silent plea passing between them. His gaze then falls upon the evidence table, a small photo catching the light. Ethan's school photo beams up, a gap-toothed smile radiating innocence and joy. The judge's voice cuts through the tension. Mr. Torres, do you still wish to pursue custody? The weight of the question hangs heavy, challenging Michael's resolve despite the truth. Michael stands tall in the hushed courtroom, his gaze unwavering as he addresses the judge, a profound silence falling. Sarah watches Michael, her face streaked with tears, a complex and unreadable expression clouding her features. His voice resonates with conviction, declaring to the judge, "Yes, Your Honor. He's my son." The revelation hangs heavy in the air, transforming the courtroom's atmosphere with its raw, emotional weight. Sunlight streams through the courtroom windows, illuminating dust motes dancing in the air as Michael sits etched with worry. The judge, stern and impartial, delivers her ruling, her voice echoing through the silent room. The court grants Mr. Michael shared custody every other weekend and Wednesday dinners. Michael's hunched shoulders relax fractionally, a visible release of tension washing over him. A faint, almost imperceptible smile touches his lips, a fragile sliver of hope dawning in his eyes. In Michael's apartment, the air hangs heavy, thick with unspoken emotions. Ethan, small and vulnerable, sits with eyes wide, a mixture of fear and confusion clouding his gaze. Michael kneels before him, his posture open, his expression inviting, trying to bridge the emotional chasm. He speaks softly, his voice a gentle anchor. "Hey, buddy, I know things have been confusing." Michael's gaze is unwavering, filled with profound love. "But I need you to know something. I love you." His words resonate with a solemn promise that's never going to change, a steadfast vow against the turmoil. Ethan's eyes, wide with a searching intensity, fix upon Michael's face, seeking an answer to his unspoken question. Michael returns his gaze with a soft, warm smile, a comforting glow in his eyes as he reaches out to Ethan. He ruffles Ethan's hair affectionately, his touch a tender reassurance. "Even though you and Mom aren't together," Michael's smile deepens, his voice filled with unwavering devotion. "Even then, you're stuck with me, kid." Ethan wraps his small arms around Michael, a fierce embrace that steals Michael's breath away. A profound sense of rightness washes over Michael, a healing warmth spreading through his very being. He cradles Ethan close, the world outside fading to a whisper as this moment of pure love engulfs them. Ethan's voice, small yet resolute, breaks the silence. "I love you too, Daddy." Michael's eyes well up, tears of joy and relief tracing paths down his face as he holds his son even tighter. In the therapy office, Michael sits stiffly, his posture a testament to the internal war he wages. His voice is calm, yet a pulsing vein in his temple betrays the turmoil simmering beneath. He gestures with his hands, trying to give form to the complex swirling emotions within him. "It's a journey, really, a constant processing," Michael says, his gaze distant, lost in thought. "I understand her fear. I do. But the damage, that's what I can't reconcile." Sunlight dapples through the leaves as Michael and Marcus stroll leisurely, their comfortable silence speaking volumes. Michael's face lights up with a soft smile, lost in a cherished memory, his deep connection to Marcus palpable. Marcus returns a warm, familiar grin, a testament to the bond that grows stronger with each passing day. Their unspoken understanding is clear. Marcus is now affectionately Uncle Marcus to Ethan, a true family. The schoolyard teems with the vibrant energy of children and parents, a lively backdrop for unspoken tension. Michael and Sarah stand apart, a careful calm masking the thick, unspoken history between them. Their brief, almost imperceptible nods betray a silent acknowledgement of their shared purpose. Eyes drift to the school entrance, a facade of cordiality held for Ethan's sake, awaiting his arrival.
Sunlight spills across a bustling coffee shop patio, painting the scene in a warm, inviting glow.
Michael sits alone at a small table, sipping his coffee, his gaze drifting across the vibrant crowd. His eyes land on Sarah, seated with another person, and a familiar ache stings his chest with silent intensity. He takes a deep, steadying breath, acknowledging the bittersweet pang of memory and acceptance. A slight, almost imperceptible nod to himself, a silent vow to continue moving forward, one slow step at a time. In his dimly lit apartment, Michael sits a silent sentinel, his gaze lost in the quiet shadows. He ponders the name Derek Martinez, Ethan's biological father, a man unaware of his own son. A yearning stirs within Michael to connect this missing piece to their lives, a hopeful, tender thought. Yet, a deeper fear recoils, anticipating the chaos and disruption such a revelation would unleash. In the dim light of his bedside lamp, Michael stares at his phone, his thumb poised over a contact. A deep, heavy sigh escapes Michael, betraying the turmoil within him. He slowly lowers the phone, the screen dimming, mirroring his fading resolve. His face is etched with a painful truth. He cannot involve Derek in this perilous situation. Michael struggles with the agonizing decision, determined not to let Ethan become a casualty of adult conflict. In the soft glow of a bedside lamp, Michael sits on the edge of his bed, a silent figure in the dim light. His gaze is fixed on a framed photograph, a portal to a cherished past. In the picture, a young boy, Ethan, beams with a gap-toothed smile, a vision of pure, unadulterated joy. Michael's eyes trace the contours of the boy's face, a silent journey through memories. He remembers the DNA test, the destruction it brought, and the profound discovery that followed. A complex mix of emotions flickers across Michael's face, a testament to a life forever changed. In the dim apartment, a single lamp casts long shadows, illuminating Michael's pensive face. He sits alone, lost in thought, the heavy silence of the night pressing in around him. His gaze is distant, reflecting a mind grappling with profound emotions and unseen struggles. A voice echoes, "Family isn't always about blood. Sometimes it's about showing up." The words hang in the air, choosing to love someone even when everything you built cracks beneath you. In his quiet apartment, Michael holds a worn photograph of Ethan, his gaze fixed on the image of his son. A profound connection, forged not by blood but by shared memories and deep love, shines in Michael's eyes. He stands, contemplating the uncertain path ahead, the silence of the room amplifying his thoughts. A wave of tranquil peace washes over him, a comforting realization that he is not truly alone.